Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities by Steven. You're talking to Steve and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button, get that bell notification on too so you don't miss out on the next episode of Brockton County, an Ontario themed city. Welcome back to the channel. Last time we were here we had episode 150 and we did a bunch of viewer suggestions and a couple of tweaks around the city. So what's in store for today's episode, and for the matter, what's in store for this week's episodes? Well, you see, I'm really trying to push towards the end of this series now that we've hit 150. So I'm going to start doing a couple unique builds that I've kind of saved and have just, gotten pushed down the line. And we're going to start off with that kind of project by looking at the islands off of the shore of the city. So this is going to be a little bit of an interesting build here. I'm going to try and get bit of an entertainment district on one of the islands. We're going to do a nature reserve on another, maybe just some low residential. I'm kind of taking some inspiration from the Toronto Islands in a way. Very cool part of the city in Toronto. But one thing that is going to be a little bit difficult is any commercial that we're going to put on these islands, we're going to need to have cars and trucks that are going to have to get onto the islands. And well, there is that barges mod, but we're a little late in the series to introduce like a game-changing mod. So I'm going to try to do this without that mod. So I guess in a way it's almost a vanilla type island build. Not really, because I am using a ton of mods. But let's hop out and take a look at this. So here are the islands that I'm going to be focusing on in this week's episode. So hopefully it's just going to be today and maybe tomorrow's episodes where we're going to be looking at these. There is another island if we come all the way over here. I'm not going to touch on this one today. If we do build on this or incorporate it as like a nature reserve, it'll probably come when we expand out over here in Shatner Heights or along the beach before we get to the nuclear factory or the nuclear power plant down here. Anyway, so what's the plan for these islands? Well, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the center island right here. And this is going to be like the primary island. It's going to have an entertainment district, like a cool park on it. That's going to really up the land value. We're going to try to bridge to this island as well, I think, and incorporate this into some builds. And then over here, I think I'm going to maybe have like an abandoned industry kind of area. Maybe at one point there was like a couple maybe like an old port is over there or something like that before they built this one or something like that. We'll figure this one out. And then over here, we're going to have a nature reserve on this island. It's going to play into a nature reserve we're going to do along this embankment over here as well. So my first conflict was, how are we going to get a bridge across here? Because this is a little far for a bridge. And is it really of value to the city to do this? So I'm thinking let's do it. We'll build a bridge. I'm thinking from this pier here, we'll get the bridge, mainly because it's a bit farther away from, this one's a bit farther away from all of these cruise ships that are just, having a blast over here. Just, hanging out, waiting to dock on the shores of Lake Ontario. Yeah, so I'm thinking we get a bridge that goes across into here, and then that will allow us to build some commercial out over this way because we'll be able to ship goods into the city. So it's going to take some revamping of this pier over here. And then we'll definitely look at going into this one as well today. So focusing on these three islands today. So let's dive out and take a look. So this is where the first one's going to go. This street, which is called William Avenue. Goes all the way up. Is it really called William Avenue the whole way? It is, okay. Well, if you'd like to rename William Avenue has some trams on it. It goes all the way from Walnut Hills almost through Batherston down, and it's going to run into the island. So feel free to name that street. Anyway, so let's delete this pier here. We'll delete a couple of these ones. Unfortunate, but that's the way it's going to be. We're also going to delete this one over here and these shops. So I know I've made them historical. They're cool little waterfront shops. But we're definitely going to need to upgrade that road, that road piece for this bridge. So I'm going to look at using. I'm suspecting this is going to be like a newer bridge, so it's going to also be required to be a pretty large bridge because it's a good distance, you know. So let's. I'm thinking maybe the 6-lane road might be like. For the bridge piece, I think it might work. What does this look like again? This bridge piece. Yeah, it looks like that. I mean, that's pretty cool, but that is rather large for this style of build. So why don't we go down to... What does this bridge piece look like? This is my favorite road in the game. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, let's do this one. So we'll start right here. We'll start with just an elevated piece, actually. And let's turn anarchy on, and let's turn off all our guidelines. It's going to be really helpful for trying to line everything up. Let's actually just turn on angle so we can keep this. So we're going to try to make it so that boats can still technically go under. Okay, first of all, let's take it at 10 units. So I guess we'll also use grid. Okay, not that one. So road guidelines we still need? Yeah, okay, let's take it up 10 units. Okay, it doesn't want to snap, so we'll go 12. And yeah, I think that's going to be fine. So we'll click that one in. And we're definitely going to need to redo a bunch of the boat paths and everything like that. So we'll take this one out. We'll bring it all the way until it starts going down. But right here, also looking at the like the tops of the bridge here, because I'm trying to make sure that they stay uniform. They're not going to be different sizes or anything like that. So I think let's turn all the guidelines on now. So I think about there is probably good. Yeah, that just roughly looks pretty good to me. Awesome. And then we'll go back to our elevated piece, and we'll just come right back down. So I'll click home right here, and I'll bring it out a little farther. Yeah, to about there works. Yeah, very cool. Might need to redo some of this. But yeah, I don't think these boats are going to be tall enough, so we're definitely going to need to look at changing the elevation. So I'm glad that the boat is right underneath us right now, because I'm just going to grab these two pieces right here. We're just going to raise it up just enough so that the boat can go under. So that's about where we need. I guess we can go a bit lower. We'll stick with that, and then I'll grab the other bridge pieces, and we'll say get to the same height. Awesome. Okay, so that means that this is going to need to change as well. So we're probably going to need to revise a lot of this waterfront here. So we'll delete these pieces as well. Yes, delete them all. And we're going to then grab our upgrade tool. And we're going to change this piece here. So I guess first of all, it's going to need to be a grass piece. There we go. So we're going to elevate this section here. And we're just going to raise it up ever so slightly. Now I still want to keep this connection here, so it's going to be a little difficult to do, I guess. But I mean, that's not the worst thing in the world. If we go into our node controller, when we click this node, we can click slope, and that will help out a little bit. And we can also square the node up a little bit, try to bring this forward as much as we can. Yeah, and people can still technically walk around the pier as well, which is nice. And that means they'll be able to walk all the way down to here and to this fishing harbor and to the marinas we've built over here as well, which is nice. Oh, whoa. Looks like I've sunk the bridge. All right, let's get this all to the same height. Fantastic. Okay, so we have a light here. I don't think that's going to be required, so we'll have to take that off. Let's do that. You know, I wouldn't mind actually upgrading, or I guess downgrading in a way, this road to the same road as this. because I really like this bridge. I'm pretty sure people can walk down the middle of it as well. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's very cool. So I think that'd be a pleasant kind of walk. Like it's like a built-in walking path almost in a way. All right, so now that we've done that, let's take a quick peek at some of the boat traffic we have going on down in here. So we got our ferry path. Oh no, that's is that a ferry path? No, that's for a helicopter or something like that. So won't worry about that. It's the fishing paths that we need to worry about. So that is along the industry areas. Okay, here we go. And looks like we have this fishing boat going into here. Now, we might not need to actually get it this tall because we could probably just swing it around the other side of the island. But that would probably mean that if we're going to bridge here, we would need to make that piece at least work for the fishing boats. So I say let's just... Ooh, I guess I need this on. Let's just delete all these fishing paths, and we'll just kind of revise the plan for the fishing boats. All right, so we'll start with this one. This guy's gonna stay in the purple, and we'll just swing it out all the way over here. And I suspect this is probably gonna be enough. Fantastic. Okay, and then we'll just go over to this one. And we'll come out over on this side of the island, and we'll just swing back. Okay, we're gonna have to cross lines here. Didn't plan that out, but anyways, it works. It works. All right, so let's get that game simming again. Now let's take a look at this island now that we're here. So I guess first of all, we don't need to actually have it that elevated anymore, but I still want to leave it elevated enough so that if, you know, the police needed to get a boat through there or something like that, they could. All right, so we're good. All right, now let's take a look at this island's topography. I think this is going to need to be flattened out quite substantially. So I think when I made the map here, this island probably was hastily made, and it kind of looks like it. Didn't spend a lot of time detailing the island. Let's choose, say, this height right here, and we'll level it all out. We'll just start by leveling out the island. If I'm thinking about the Toronto Islands, which is kind of like the inspiration for this build in a way, and you know, a lot of the series is, you know, its inspiration comes from the Greater Toronto area as well as beyond the lakeshore of Lake Ontario. So that includes places like Kingston. So if I'm thinking about these islands, they're pretty low to the ground. Guess I might as well just do that. Low to the ground, geez. Close to lake level. I recall a couple of years ago, a bunch of the Toronto Islands flooded completely because of the level of the lake. All right. So that's pretty good. It's a good height. I think we'll smooth out some of these edges once we start building on them, particularly around here. Let's just do the beach front first. Actually, I think a better method would be to grab a separate level. Let's turn up that brush size a little bit. And we'll just do this. So I can imagine people would, you know, come downtown, grab maybe a little picnic, and come down to this beach area to sit and look at the skyline. All right, so that's pretty good. Let's take the smoothing tool, smooth that out. Okay, fantastic. And then we'll just remove the trees entirely from the island for now. We'll just do this island by island. We'll start with this one. So we'll definitely look at trying to complete this island today, and then with our time in tomorrow's or Wednesday's episode, we'll do this island, and then we'll move on to the next island. We'll kind of do it in that method. So we'll start with today's, maybe we'll include this one, and then this is priority number 3, and then priority number 4. Okay, so this piece right here, I actually want to get it to terrain height, so we're gonna go into move it really quickly, and to terrain height. There we go. So then this gives us a great opportunity to, start taking this road along the ground here. So let's open this road, ground level, and we'll just bring this one right out to the end right here. Fantastic. And the reason why I wanted to plan that road out is so that we can get a nice clean slope right here. 6.7%. That is a little steep, but if I were to bring it all the way out to here, that's not the worst thing in the world either. Alright, now if we were to do that over here though, yeah, this one probably wouldn't be a good idea to do. So I think we're just going to leave this the way it is. We could also, what you often see is the first entry of a bridge is a little lower. So we'll try this slope out now. See if that's somewhat equal. 4.8, 3.8, that's pretty good. Okay, so we'll leave that. And that means if we're gonna try to mirror this, we'll also, oh, I did need to move it. We'll also lower this part right here, and then we'll go back into our sloping tool. And we'll slope down to here again, 3%. That is fantastic. All right, we have a really cool bridge that we've already built. Yeah, I really like that. That's I was worried that it was going to really take away from the theme that we've been building with here, but I think if this is the only bridge connection from the mainland to the islands, I think we'll be a-okay. Okay, so let's do this island by island. Let's take a district, and we'll name this island right here. And we'll have another district for this island, and then another one for over here, and we'll leave the other one for now. So, this island is the center of the 3, so we'll name it Center Island. All right, and then we're gonna go into our district theme, and we're gonna make it leisure specialization. We'll also look at getting a park in along the waterfront here, but let's plan out some of the road networks first. So I don't want this to be a dead-end street. What I'm thinking is we grab a tree-lined road. I think we have some pretty nice tree-lined roads available too. This one has parking, and the trees go down the middle of it. This one has medians. Okay, so let's start with this one. And the first step is we're just going to try to follow the edge of the road here, or island. Yeah, and we'll bring this one a little bit farther down. Okay, and then we're going to go into a straight road. We're going to line this up with this node right here. Fantastic. Okay, so we'll have that become a little bit of a development, and then over on this side we'll also swing out at about 135 degrees. That works. And this has parking, right? Yeah, okay, looks like it does. And then we'll come right over to here, and we'll do the same thing following the lakeshore. Okay, I'm going to stop this part right there because I want to do something with the edge on that side. Alright, so anything that's going to come off of the main road here, it's going to be probably pedestrian focused. But let's look at getting people back down this way. So we'll bring that down to here. We'll snap back in right there. And then right here, I don't think it's going to be too crazy busy, but I guess in a way we should probably plan for the future. And we'll make this asymmetrical. Okay. So I'm thinking over here we have a bit of, well, I guess in a way, pretending that this is going to be a leisure area, people are going to be walking down here. I suspect this area is going to want to have all the bars and stuff right in here. That'd be really nice, like right along the main street here. And then I'm thinking the park along this side, right in the back. And maybe we'll get the residential part of it over on here. And I think some of these bars are going to have some really nice views. So let's grab commercial. And let's actually look at the zoning adjuster. Actually, yeah, we will. And we'll say prioritize older roads. Yeah, because I would like it to... Oh, let's also turn off zoning right there. Because I like the idea of having a couple shops over here, or you know, bars and stuff. But I think a majority of them might be on this side of the road, which would be really cool. So right here we have a bit of a gap. You know, we're kind of already seeing that with the zoning. So I'm thinking this is where we get a pedestrian connection. So let's turn off our guidelines. It's always a bit easier to do. And we'll just kind of take over a couple of these sections right here. All right. And you know what? Why don't we choose a tree for this build? And I'm thinking, because I love this tree so much. Well, actually, the horse chestnut might be nice too. Yeah, I was gonna go with the live oak, but these trees are speaking to me. Maybe not. Let's try the live oak. No, it's too tall or too bushy for people to be able to walk under it. These pines are nice though. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. And we'll also upgrade along here. Okay. Pine trees. Cool. Alright, so we got a nice pedestrian connection there. Let's sim the game forward a little bit. Maybe we'll start getting a couple bars. We could also go into Find It right here. Go into Leisure, which is right over here. And let's start with those 2x2s that we had over here. So we got the beauty salon. That's not really the vibe I'm hoping for. A diner. Oh, that one's pretty cool. I like how it's kind of on the corner there, so it face the pedestrian path. Karaoke, love it. But this one here, no, not really. Okay, let's go with this one, and then we'll end it off. I wonder if there was any 2x3s or 2x4s. There's a 2x4. Or I guess, sorry, I meant the other direction. So 3x2s? Yes, that's the gym. Okay, I don't like that one. This one doesn't also really fit with the build. Alright, so... Whoa, what the heck's happening here? It's like going against... or it's kind of on the road here. I don't like that. Okay, I'll get that one in. Yeah, it's interesting. Okay, we might need to upgrade the road here to a basic road. So why don't we start with just a vanilla tree-lined road instead? It's also happening there, okay. Alright, well, you know what? We'll just have to leave it then. And we'll need to go back to the trees. There we go. And it wouldn't be an episode if I didn't forget water, so... we'll just connect it up to our main system. And we'll bring it down. And then we'll also bring it down through here. And because I don't want to think about water again this episode, we'll just cut that right down. Fantastic. Okay, so we have a couple of cool things going on over here. kind of more like an office, which I like. Kind of makes me want to think that I want to put an office building in here, like in the first place. So let's grab this, and we'll go with office. Fantastic. Let's delete this gym because now we have a different kind of grid pattern here. And let's go into here, and we'll select a cool office. So let's go 4x4. That one doesn't really work. That one's not as tall. That's probably a bit too tall for where it's located. This one's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. It's a bit modern. This one kind of opens up into the park, or the neighborhood, I guess. Let's go with this one. All right. So we should have actually thought about maybe getting a pedestrian connection right here. So let's do that before we forget. And we'll just go with just a normal path for this one. And we'll go right down this line right here. There we go. And I'll delete these so that we can regrow in right here. Fantastic. Okay, so now let's go back to our roads, and we'll just go with the basic roads from here on out. We've gotten the trees along the outside, and then right here. Are guidelines on? Our guidelines are not on. We'll connect in like that. And do we even really need another connection? I think maybe we can just run like a pedestrian path right down the middle of it. That is the zoo, like our zoo path. It is. Yes. And we'll go from right here. So come right across. What the heck? Oh, I guess when we upgraded the road here, it changed that up, I guess. Okay, well, we'll come right across and we'll connect it there. Let's go into node controller. Alt. Oh, wrong thing. Let's not do it by the hotkey. And we'll go with the crossing right here. And grab move it and just shift this over ever so slightly. Okay, let's take a quick peek at the zoning here. So lots of things shifted, it looks like. I wonder if anything's going to really even pop up through here. Is there even 1x1 leisure options? Oh, there is. Cool, okay. Not my favorite, but... Alright, well, why don't we just take this part off. Delete that gym. And, you know, this area is still, you know, walkable and everything like that. All right, fantastic. So let's just go into our zoning adjuster, and we'll remove zoning off of this road right here, so that we get priority on that side. And then we'll also do the same for down here. Whoops. And let's go prioritize newer roads. Okay, I think this could work. So now we'll get a couple of cool restaurants right in here. And hopefully we'll try to get these ones so that they face the water over on this side. We do also have some space available here that I think could be fine to build on. So why don't we do that? So I was thinking about getting a key, and I guess this is about the right time to kind of decide to do that. Yeah, so let's look at the keys. So that is right over in here. Oh, I guess that's in the content creator pack. Yep. Okay, let's go with the simple seawall because it has the fence, which is something I'm looking for. And let's just start off by centering this off, just like that. That's really nice. I'm just going to grab it with move it. And we're just going to pull it back. Whoa, whoops. Okay, there we go. Let's pull it back a little bit. All right. And is the zoning on it? Okay, I'm going to pause really quickly so that the zoning doesn't go away. And we'll just pull it back until the seawall is just off of the zoning. All right. And let's go back to that. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're just going to quickly curve around to about here. And I think we'll end it right along there. And then what we'll do is we'll bring this over into this side. Fantastic. Okay, so let's get the game simming again, and let's go into our. Let's actually get a path in here first. Let's go with just the basic path to connect up. Whoa. Okay, that works, and we'll get another one right here. It looks like we have a couple more places for some restaurants then, as well. All right. So I'm thinking of just paving most of this in. I think it would probably be like interlocking in real life. Get some cool brickwork. Whoops. And I guess what we should do is maybe use. Let's go with the zoo path because as we've been using it before, and we'll just connect up like that. Pull this right in, right to the end. And that'll be a good marker to kind of end the pavement as well. All right. And I suppose we can probably also bring a path from right here down. That would be helpful. Okay, we're gonna pave most of this in. Right in there. All right, very cool. We're getting some really cool vibes going on through here. So before I forget any farther, so I do want some residential along here. I'm gonna add in the high-tech residential because I think I want to throw in a couple of condos down here instead of having this all be commercial. So right down in here, let's get some condos on this side. And this will also really help with the population. The one thing we are risking though is noise complaints, but I think it'll be fine. All right, so we'll let that come in. That's a good little start here. So right here, I guess we should probably look at maybe thinking about getting a crossing. So let's select that and we'll make it a crossing. Nice. And then that's where we'll also connect up on the other side. But let's start planning this out for the park. So I want the park right along the waterfront here. Ooh, not enough services. Okay, yeah, that's coming. So why don't we look at getting the services in faster than I was expecting. So let's turn on our guidelines and let's again link up in a similar fashion. So we'll use that as a bit of a guideline and we'll just connect down like so. Yeah, and I believe we had about 5 units of difference. So that is actually off then. Oh, I overcommitted. I guess this is where we would want to be. There we go. And then we'll grab the same road from over here and we'll just do that. Fantastic. Okay, so we have a light down there. That's great. We'll select this right here. And we'll just bring this right down like so. Pretty simple. All right. I like how this is turning out so far. Let me know what you think down in the comments. grab the pine trees. All right, looks like we're getting some condos down here too, which is nice. So, let's get those leisure buildings down in here. Is there high density leisure buildings? Is there a difference? Or are they all the same? Let's try to test this out really quickly, because I think it'd be really cool to get a couple of them in right here. So I'll resume the game, and let's turn off Skylines really quickly, just so we have our pedestrian connections. Looks like our pedestrian connection actually went away right here. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's plan off of this grid really quickly. We'll just do a quick little grid planning. So let's start from about right there. I guess we should have had our guidelines on for that. All right, so we'll bring this one down to about there, and we'll connect down here at a few points as well. Let's actually just make it a clean grid. Alrighty, so that is okay. Oh, what's that? 6 over, okay. So that should be good. Or am I just blind today? It's 5 over, okay. Come down right into here. And then 5 over from there. Okay, fantastic. And this one's off, of course. Alright, we'll bring this over. Down, and then the last one, I think. Oh, this is all off. Bring this up and over. Okay, fantastic. So I'm gonna say that maybe at one point this was the road that I was going through, because I want to get an old bridge to connect up into there, but I'm gonna decommission that bridge, and we'll get to that momentarily. Let's first get our pedestrian connections through here. There we go. So it looks like zoning is coming in, but it doesn't look like there's any difference really. All right, so let's just take normal zoning then. Well, let's just stick with the kind of the playtest here with that, and we'll go with high density commercial. All right, so it looks like we're getting our condos in too, which is nice. Let's get our city services in here. So we're gonna need a bunch. So let's go with a clinic, and we'll have these over on this side. Place this down. We'll just use move it to recenter it. Let's start with that. Let's get fire services. I suspect we'll probably be good with this. Just having like a simple kind of firehouse. We don't really need like the larger ones. So let's kind of just make this area a bit of the services hub. And we'll go for police. And we'll go for the newer one as well. It's right in there. And education, are we really going to need education out over here? I don't really think so. I don't think there would be a school out over here. I think they would probably get bussed in, right? But it doesn't mean we can't have a library. So we'll have a cool library right in this corner, right over here. Mainly because I really like the building too. Okay, fantastic. And I really want to get a parking garage. So if we just get out of this view right here, and we go parking. Oh, that's parring. Okay, let's go all, because I think that's messing some things up. Ah, you know what? There we go. So we have this parking garage right here, this medium parking garage. I think that is a pretty cool option. We also have underground parking garages right in here, which could be really cool to kind of add in. I think it might be beneficial to have this kind of over on this side of the island. People would drive in, take a left, come around. Would probably be a bit better to have it right in the middle, wouldn't it? So why don't we just move the library. We'll put it down over here for now. Okay, over there for now. We'll go back over here. And yeah, let's have this right here. Very cool. So if I just grab it, I think I can use move it just to recenter it to where I think I would prefer it. There we go. And then we'll just use the paintbrush tool and we'll just paint in the rest of it. So it looks like one full block. Fantastic. Okay. So I think I might actually split up this island, actually, the district, into two. Mainly because I don't want high-tech, low-density buildings. High-tech, low-density residential buildings. Excuse me. Because I think I prefer that to be mainly over on this side. Right, let's just scooch this back over into here. And we'll bring this back like so. Fantastic. And that is where the district cut off, right? Okay, fantastic. So I don't think we really necessarily need a district over there. But let's get a cool condo. Have another one over here. And why don't we split that right down the middle with a little pedestrian pathway. Turn off our guidelines. There we go. And we'll get some commercial on either side of this. Fantastic. Okay, so let's grab this now. And what we're going to do is we're just going to continue it out to about there. I clicked a bit sooner than I was anticipating to, because I think I want to stop this right about here. Okay, very good. Because I think what we can do is just bring our road down right to about here. And if I... no, let's actually just do this with a pedestrian connection. I think that would probably be a safer option in real life. Okay, then we'll just grab that, swing it down. Okay, fantastic. And then this also gives us an opportunity to get a nice condo right here, and then some more commercial. Now we're definitely going to run the risk of people having noise complaints. Hopefully they get sorted out sooner rather than later. So what we can do is actually, just to solve this issue really quickly, is to just reset the object. Okay. So I think this is where we're going to get the park in, right in here. You can kind of see a good little option for our pedestrian connection right down in here as well. And then we might as well just kind of finish that off with a little bar. And then we'll pave in all of this. And right down in here. Okay, very nice. Yeah, this is coming along pretty cool. All right, so let's get that park. Districts, parks, small, and we're just going to do this. And I think we're going to go for the city park, but I'm going to incorporate a couple other elements as well. Chester Gardens. We'll call it Chester Beach. All right, so let's go into the parks, because I just looked at the time and holy cow. Let's do parks. There we go. And we'll grab this. We'll have the parking lot right here. Okay, fantastic. One thing I do want to remember to incorporate is the ferry. Now, the ferry I'm gonna have go from over here, and I think we'll touch right in here. I think that'd be a good spot. We might need to revise what we just did. And then that ferry's gonna go to other places as well. But I know we have a bridge, but I think the ferry would be fun to kind of have anyways. So we'll look at incorporating the ferry. So we'll go with just the small, just the small pier here. We'll place that in right there. We'll just use a bit of move it. Whoops. I'm gonna try to line it up so it looks a little bit nicer with the pier, with the key and everything like that. Okay, so let's just take off all of this zoning, and this is just gonna be a bit of nothing, you know? And we'll have a couple pedestrian connections right up into here. All right, along Ward Street. Let's just clean that up really quickly. And yeah, we'll definitely do some detailing along here in the future. But let's now bring that key. So I think we're gonna end the key, but I want to just kind of briefly continue it. And turn guidelines are off. Just up like so. Just gonna grab it. We're just gonna swing it out to right there. We're gonna raise it up. All right, just trying to line it up with the road. Great, okay. So now we have this this park here. Let's do a couple things. The park's gonna end right here, and then we'll have another key kind of take over for it. So we're gonna go into our normal key, and let's turn on our guidelines because I want to make sure that we have that in place. Go right around like that. That, and then we'll just try and clean this up right to the end. So I'm going with the more industrial key because I feel like we're gonna try to make this a bit into like a channel in a way. Okay, so then let's grab this piece right here. We're just gonna swing it right up into there. We'll swing this part out, do something similar to what we did last time. Now, I know people can't walk on this one, but same height as that. Alrighty, so let's just finish off this park really quickly. As I say, as I'm doing something else, because I realized we should probably look at making sure we have the zoning in. Oh, button. Turn zoning off of this road. Yeah, there we go. Let's get a couple more buildings in here. Okay, and this isn't in the same district, so we're gonna make this part commercial, and then we'll just finish this off with a little bit of a pedestrian pathway. All right, fantastic. So, oh my gosh, I forgot to do this part. Let's get this park in finally. Holy cow, because the episode's pretty much over. We're gonna get a couple path connections. I think we'll get one right here, and then we'll get another one right at the end here. We'll just use move it to adjust these. And then because I want this to be right in the middle here, and then we'll get a fence. We'll just go right to the other side, and then the same thing right here. Just connect up like that. And we'll bring this one down as well. Whoa, that jumped all over the place. We'll connect that up right like so. Fantastic. Okay, wow, what a condo that would be. Great view. All right. So the park, let's just make it, simple. I think that's probably right. And we'll connect this one up kind of like that. And then we'll bring this one over. Right, we'll do that. And then let's see if we can connect that up together. It looks like it did. That's nice. And we'll just do something simple like that as well. All right. Nice little simple walking path. Let's get a nice plaza maybe. No, it's not really the vibe I'm feeling from this one. I think we'll try to get a playground. No, not a playground either. I think I'm gonna wait on this one because we don't have enough time in today's episode. I guess we spent a lot of time doing, oh wow, really not enough services for this building. This is probably like a level 5. Yeah, it's a pretty high level office building. We might need to think about changing the plan up for that one. So let's just get the ferry in and then we'll call it a day. And tomorrow we'll kind of complete the story of these 3 islands. Because I don't suspect it's going to take as long to get going in tomorrow's episode or Wednesday's episode. Because I think the idea is we'll probably just get a bridge from here. So kind of realizing that I bungled that plan. We'll get a bridge from here to here on the island. And then we'll make this island a cool little destination. And then from here, we'll make this one like an abandoned industry area. And then we'll look at starting the next one. Okay, well, let's get the ferry line in because we've had these ferries ready to go for so long. So let's go from here and we'll just swing it out like that and in, and there we go. Really simple. And then let's just get the ferry path from here to here and back. All right, let's turn it on. Turn the other one on as well. This one's going to be dedicated for the nature reserve. Oh, and it needs water. What the heck? I thought we said we were done with water in today's episode. All right, so Center Island's coming along pretty nicely. I hope that it's only going to be one ferry. It'd be a little ridiculous if there was more than one. Vehicles 1, okay. Well, I guess it hasn't even really arrived, probably because the depot is also off. It is off, and we'll need to hook that up as well. And we'll just kind of do something simple and silly like this. Even though it's probably not the most efficient way of doing things. One ferry, all right. Will anyone ever use this? That is the question. I don't know. But I think this build turned out pretty nicely. I didn't get as much done as I was hoping for in today's episode. But it looks like lots of people are using this bridge to walk across. It'd be a really nice walk. I think like be a good day trip, you know? If you live in the city or if you were coming to visit. There's some nightlife. There's some condos out over here. There's a ferry and a bit of a story as well. So, hope you liked today's build, folks. I'll talk to you in Wednesday's episode where we'll kind of continue this island theme for this week. So have a great day. Peace out.